So I'm working on this drawing for the myth of Bob Budda Ba, and I already finished the drawing part, and now I'm coloring it in. This is actually going to be an illustration of the final scene in the myth of Bob Budda Ba. In this scene, we've got Bob Budda Ba and Violet Ivy looking out over the swamp. They see this bird, which is supposed to be a heron, landing in the swamp and making concentric circles as it lands. We've got an alligator swimming here, some cypress trees and some cypress stumps coming out of the swamp right here. Try to draw a nice shadow from the trees here. And actually this is going to be kind of a two-part picture, because previously I drew a close-up of the heron, and it's just the heron standing in the center of the swamp with concentric circles around it. I'm going to color it in as well. So I'm just going to be here coloring this picture. As I've been reading through the myth of Bob Budda Ba, I noticed that there's a lot of scenes that I'd like to illustrate that I haven't illustrated yet. I had told myself I was pretty much done with the story, but upon rereading it, it seems that there are a number of illustrations that I can make for it. So after this one, I'm going to go back and do some more. I like these colored pencils. It's just you have to stop and sharpen the pencil every so often. Gets a little redundant. But it's very soothing to sit here and color this. I always try to cover up all the white space. When I was a kid, my dad had a dairy farm, and there was a swampy area around the dairy farm. Sometimes the cows would get out into the swamp. You'd always see a lot of snakes and Sometimes you'd see other wildlife. See coyotes. Pretty commonly, they would always eat the chickens and geese and ducks that my dad tried to keep on the farm. We just start seeing them disappear one by one. For a little while, he tried to trap them, but mostly we just caught possums and armadillos and foxes in the traps. There was one particular day where we did catch a coyote. He and I went out there in the woods to check the trap, and where the trap was all torn up, and it was obvious that something had gotten caught in it, and they had pulled the trap up out of the ground, and the trap was gone. We walked around trying to find the trap, and then just a few feet from me, in some briars that was close to where I was standing, I saw the coyote. It was all tangled up in the briars there, and it was growling and snarling, and I was literally just a few feet from it. That was pretty scary. My dad had a shotgun, and we had to take it out, which made me sad, actually. And I don't think we ever tried to trap anything after that. That was kind of traumatic. And we just kind of gave up on trying to keep the chickens and birds and ducks from being eaten by the coyotes. Just let nature take its course. But sometimes I think that was the swamp that inspired Bob Budda Ba in this story I've written. So now I'm trying to decide what color to make this part. I think I want it to be a gray. I think I'm just going to see how it looks if I color it with my pencil here. I think I kind of like that. I really get kind of obsessive about covering all the white up. Keep thinking, you know, the ground isn't white, so it shouldn't be white on my paper either. One of these days I should film myself drawing one of these pictures from start to finish. Maybe use a time-lapse camera or something like that. I've read all these chapters now and posted them to YouTube. Keep wondering if people are actually listening to it all the way through. Haven't gotten many comments yet. And as I'm writing it, sometimes I'm thinking, well, I could have stretched this chapter out to twice its length. Could have written in a lot more detail about it. But I also like how it is. It's pretty straightforward. Maybe at some point I'll dedicate myself to writing a longer version of it. Well, I'm going to stop filming for now. And if you guys like this kind of content of me just drawing and talking about random stuff while I'm drawing, please let me know. I'll probably do some more of it regardless, but it would be nice to know if people are digging this. So thank you for watching, and hope you'll take the time to like and subscribe.